numerous times family. You started this as a journey for you and your son. And walking in this dojo every day, it's clear to see that family is evident. You know what I mean? You see different variations of families coming in and doing these martial arts together. Very few people walk in here by themselves. It's often usually with some kind of family member, some type of significant other, something like that. Was that a goal for you to make this more so an atmosphere to where people can bring their families in and do it almost collectively together, like one band, one sound type deal?
Absolutely. Over all the years that I've been teaching, I saw various family dynamics, right? So, and I could see different needs of children, because children are always in the middle of the whole dynamic, right? So I see different needs of the children with family members that were very opinionated, but didn't look like they were living the healthiest lifestyle.
Right.
And sometimes as the child's on the floor, they trying to coach from the sideline, but they had this unrealistic expectation for the child when they can't do what the child's trying to do, which is already harder than them sitting on the side, right? And then you have other parents who are bring them in, and I don't know what they do outside of the gym, but the child's always looking over for a connection or some kind of, some time of acknowledgement for what they're doing from the parent, and they just stuck in their phones, right? So as an instructor, you see all of that. And one parent I had to say right after practice one day, and their child, they brought them in because they wanted their child to lose some weight. So right after practice that day, they said, "Okay, you hungry? Let's go to McDonald's." And I said, I couldn't take it no more. Maybe some people say you should have said nothing, but I had to say something. I build a good relationship with my families anyway.
Right.
So when you do that, it gives you an opportunity to say some things that might need to be said, but you got to do it in the proper fashion. So I said, wait. How are we going to let me do all that work and then you taking the McDonald's? And then they started laughing and said, "Well, it's fast." I said, "Well, that's just why you think, what did you bring them here for?"
Right.
And they chuckled, and it was all good. They chuckled and said, "You're right. They didn't go to McDonald's that day, but I don't know what happened after that. But at least for that moment, I caused some pause because I'm pretty sure, every parent wants the best for their child, and they want to have memories with their child. And so I said, when I open my place, I'm going to put together a program. For some classes, I did separate due to age groups because it's just easier for certain arts to teach broken that way. However, and then the space-wise, but then some of the central arts, there's no kids class and adult class. There's all ages.
Right.
So that way, like say one art I teach is Taekwondo. It's all ages. So from 4 years old is where I start them. So from 4 years old to 44, it doesn't matter. They're all going to learn the same thing. What I expect from each to be able to show me back is different, but they're all going to learn the same thing.
Right.
And parents appreciated that. So now they don't got to sit here for the 50 minutes or an hour that the child's here and just waste 50 minutes. They could come in and get their work too and have that memory and see how hard it is, do the exercise. And what I've always wanted to see was that bond and that sweat. And when my parents leave that are taking advantage of that, when the families leave that are taking advantage of that, they're so bonded, right? And they're like, whoo, they happy to go home and relax or happy to go get dinner. And they just seem a lot more connected. And that's one thing that I wanted the facility to be able to do is help to bring families closer together, even with children that sometimes live in separate households. I've seen that this situation has allowed that to be a peaceful time when the parents both come in. And, because I've seen some of the dynamic when I was open was one way. Now the dynamic is totally different. So it has helped in ways that I didn't anticipate. And I'm just glad to be able to have a culture and a facility to do that.